I've got a report here regarding New South Wales farmers, researched by the University of New England, which points out that in the past year, 80.8% of their respondents to the survey reported being a victim of some type of farm crime, and 77% of that group, or 62% of all farmers, reporting being victims of multiple crimes, with a significant minority experiencing crime more than 7 times. The CEO of Crime Stoppers New South Wales, Peter Price, has told AAP, "Without this information, we can't plan properly. We need to plan to increase police resources right across the state. But unless we can get the intelligence, we just can't do that. You can't just go and build a new police station in a regional area without knowing that it is actually servicing the community." The report went on to show that one underreported area was stock theft, which cost New South Wales an estimated $22.5 million in stolen sheep and cattle between 2015 and 2020. I've been involved in the policy debate when it comes to stock theft and rural crime across the regional areas of South Australia, Victoria and New South Wales for some time, and there are differing approaches between the police forces in those states. Some have got an established stock squad, whereas, say, South Australia has something they call Operation Poach, which is a police operation that's been going for quite some years to identify trends in rural crime and deal with them. But one thing I've noticed in following this topic over quite a number of years is this underreporting of the crime. That is a constant trend over many years where farmers won't report that a theft has occurred. But the other trend is that when the livestock prices are going up, when there's a healthy market for livestock, then that is when stock theft is more likely to occur. It just sort of follows the logic that it's going to be more lucrative for a thief to nick a few sheep or some cattle if they think they can get a quick buck on the livestock market or wherever they might dispose of that animal. So this is something to be concerned about when you consider that the rains that we've had in many parts of our broadcast area and the general livestock market, particularly when it comes to beef, is really healthy, and we've got animals that are in some cases being left out in the paddock to fatten up and get a better price at market. It would be heartbreaking if you've gone out to bring the animals to market and discover that there's quite a number of them missing. This also highlights the need for security arrangements on farms, and I'm not just thinking about maybe CCTV or the means of identifying where your goods are, whether that's machinery or livestock, but the increasing interest of animal activists on entering into farms to make a political point or even to supposedly liberate animals from the conditions they perceive to be not positive for those animals. So there is a good opportunity here, particularly in New South Wales, to look up on the police websites the information about how to be prepared to identify and prevent rural crime, but also to report that data when it occurs, so that that would actually enable police and policymakers, some of whom might be in Parliament wanting to get behind farmers and rural people that are looking for action in this area, if we can equip them with the data to help them make their case that rural crime is important and a significant economic problem and also a personal safety problem for people who are living on farms, then we might see some more effective and timely responses from police in relation to these matters.